Now, our next guest is a music legend. Neil Finn is a founding member of Crowded House. Of course, he took a break of touring with Fleetwood Mac, but now he's back.
More than 3 decades on, Crowded House is making a comeback with their first Australian tour in 12 years.
And frontman Neil Finn joins us from Auckland. It has been over a decade, obviously, since you toured with Crowded House. What made you want to get back on the road?
Well, I'm just more captivated and more excited about music than I've ever been, and the idea of being in a classic band, I was just given a lot of excitement level by being in Fleetwood Mac for 2 or 3 years, and I thought, hey, I've got my own sort of experience of what it's like to be in a real band, and yeah, I just got the vibe. I spoke to Nick and said, do you want to come back and revitalise this thing that we all believe in so much, and put some future back into it by bringing in Mitchell Froome, who was our original producer, and my 2 sons, Liam and Elroy, who are 2 of my favourite musicians on the planet and who know more about Crowded House and have lived it than anybody. So yeah, it just seemed like an idea, the perfect idea and the perfect time to do it. Neil,
what a beautiful thing that you've got your sons joining you too, Liam and Elroy. Are you looking forward to that, being on the road with them?
Yeah, we've already had a chance to do it in New Zealand. It was absolutely joyful to be able to stand in a room anyway at the moment and play music live instead of over Zoom. Yeah. And so we're super excited about finally getting to do it in Australia. We were sort of hoping we'd get to do it a little sooner than this. As it turns out, circumstances should be perfect, and we've got this beautiful run of venues, some iconic venues out there to play at. And the band, we already know the band sounds really good. We've done these shows. We'll rehearse like hell for it, and we'll be putting on the finest show we can possibly do.
This is so exciting after all these years. Iconic venues and iconic hits, and some younger audiences that you can maybe play to for the first time live.
Yeah, that's the extraordinary thing about the mystery of music and the way it travels through generations. And I saw that with the Fleetwood Mac shows, young kids down the front mouthing every word. And it's been the same for us as well. These songs have kind of entered, they just have little pathways that they go on, and they turn up in the strangest places and bring comfort and, happiness to people. And I'm very grateful for that. And to play it live on stage and see that happening in front of you and hear audiences singing your songs back to you is, I will never tire of that, and I'm eternally grateful.
Neil, I hope you take this as a compliment, but I know when your music comes on the radio, you still sing along. You've got fans everywhere, but the songs are timeless, and I don't know whether when you wrote them at the time, you had any sense of that, but what do you put that down to, the fact that you can, have songs from quite some years ago now that are right now connecting with new audiences as well?
Well, that's the mystery magic of music, is, these tunes, they have some emotional pull, combined with words that, and sometimes just a phrase that pops out and people actually make their own meanings up. It's just a great landscape in which to have good ideas for people. I think you can open windows and doors for people, but I never tire of it. I can't explain it. I know when I write a song and I've got a good one going, I feel something from it. It gives me it touches something in me, and I think other people might feel that as well. So it's empathy.
It's true.
Gigantic empathy when it works.
That's a great way to describe it, because it's exactly right, yeah.
Neil, when you packed up, did you think this day would come, that you'd be back on the road?
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't thought about it at the time. There's no master plan and strategy for us. There never was, really. It was kind of stumbling along and, trying to use our instincts and a measure of good judgment as well. But and just remember the joy of music every time you set foot on a stage or into a room, and doing interviews, doing whatever. I think whatever you do, you got to try and make it as good and as positive as possible. That's the way we try to approach it. We don't achieve that every day. Some days it's a struggle, but what isn't? That's worth it.
Yeah. You've made a lot of people very happy, Neil Finn. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you're starting in April in Perth, so that's extra exciting for a lot of our West Australians.
To do this tour, we really are. Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh, we're excited that you're doing it too, Neil. So lovely to talk to you today. Thank you.
And you. Take care.
And tickets for Crowded House's Dreamers Are Waiting tour are on sale from tomorrow. Head to the Sunrise website for all the details.